Hello. I think that ad should be done now. Welcome to the Voices of Wrestling Quiz Night, the wrestling quiz by a wrestling nerd for wrestling nerds like you, the current viewers. 2 weeks ago, we crowned a champion. Get a little echo in my headset. That shouldn't be happening. Let me just turn it off. I say headset, I mean headphones. Yep, that's sorted. 2 weeks ago, Oops. There we go. We crowned a champion. We crowned a winner of our inaugural tournament. 8 or 9 weeks, I forget the exact amount of quizzing went by. And Liam McCann came out victorious. He is our champion. And as is the tradition in wrestling, when you have a champion, it's time to find yourself a challenger. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Today, we're going to be doing a battle royal. We did one like mid-tournament as kind of a last chance. Oh, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription. That is greatly appreciated. Yes, so last... it's going to be a slightly different format, but fairly similar. But I'll explain it along the way. Basically, everybody in the chat, both in the... Oh, I should say ahead of time. 1 week off and I've already forgotten my routine. Yes, so while I do keep an eye on both the Twitch chat and the Discord chat, the way to participate is through the Discord chat. There's a link to the Discord chat below the stream. There's like the icon for the Discord, and you click on it and you get an invite to Discord, basically. If that isn't working for whatever reason, you can also go to voiceswrestling.com, and there's a thing in the banner for Discord, and again, you click on that, you get an invite to the Discord. Once you're within the Discord, if you open up the banner on the side, you go down to VoW Podcast Network, and right at the bottom there, there is VoW-quiz-night. That's where all the cool kids hang out. That's where all the conversation goes down. And that is where you have your chance to participate. Now, this week, we had a few weeks in the past few weeks where, obviously, we're in having our semi-finals and our grand final, and we'd had weeks building up to the qualification for that, so I wasn't pulling people directly out of the Discord chat. This week, it's going to be exclusively out of the Discord chat, so anyone who's watching and in the Discord has an equal chance to come on through and get the first title shot against our crown champion, Liam, over here. The way it's going to work is in 2 stages. First off, I've got 10 questions, and... Sorry. First off, I've got 10 questions, and if you're around for the tournament, basically they're going to be 10 crowd calls. That means I'm going to ask on the stream a question, and the first person to answer correctly within the chat will win, basically, and that will move them on to the next stage. They will get 1 life for the Battle Royal. So there's going to be up to 10 people participating in the second phase of the Battle Royal. I'll explain the second phase as we get to it. I say up to 10 because you can, even after getting one of the questions right initially, you can get like a later crowd call right, and that'll earn you a second life and a third life, so on and so forth. It's not complicated, I'm sure you get it. Basically, the more lives you have, the easier it's going to be, or the higher chance you're going to have of winning the Battle Royal in the second stage, as we go through and eliminate people. Okay, I'm being asked in the chat, in the Discord chat, are there any Lucha questions? Well, as I've instituted for the semi-final and the final, and I'm going to continue doing that, and I have done for this, I've got a randomizer, I've got a bunch of different topics in there, and they pull up a topic, and then for that topic I go and do a question and then write down the question, and it's in the notes here. So yes, I think there are lucha questions. Actually, yes, I'm sure there are lucha questions. There are 3 or 4-ish, maybe a few more. But yes, there's quite a few lucha questions, but not like a huge amount. Not sure there's any Dove Pro, but will neither confirm nor deny, because I can't actually remember all the questions I've written, but pretty sure none of them are Dove Pro. And there are WWE. Any 1930s Los Angeles? No. Atlantic Coast chat. Right. Yeah. You get the picture. Yeah, so I think we're about ready to get into it, basically. Again, the rules for the crowd call is 1 answer each, so whoever, do women exist? Depends who you ask. I think they do, but it's it's a hot topic for debate in the VoW officers. Ask Andrew, indeed. Yeah, so only answer once in the chat, please. If you answer multiple times, I won't take your second answer. If nobody gets it right after everyone's kind of had their first guess, then I'll then allow a second guess. Yeah, I think that's about everything. If there's any questions, you can throw them in the chat. Obviously, people are typing once. I'm confused why. Yeah, once, one time. Is that not a word? Yeah. What's wrong with only answering once? Is that not a word in American? Ah, I see. Did I say it a lot of times? I must have said it a lot of times. Okay. Throw me off here. Jeez. Okay. So. Yeah, the chat's too clever for me. Let's get to it. First question. Who, and again, I'll just say, first person to answer it right gets the life in the chat, Discord chat. Who was the first Fight Club Pro champion? That's where I wait awkwardly for the chat to catch up to where the stream is. Josh Bodum has been guessed. Trent Seven has been guessed. Pete Dunne has been guessed. Martin Zaki has been guessed. Mark Andrews has been guessed. None of these are the right answers. Mad Kurt, incorrect. Chris Brooks, also incorrect. MK McKinnon, not a bad guess, not correct. Travis Banks, not correct. And Nonce, no comment. I think that's just about everyone with one guess, and we have not got it correct. So, I'm going to give a clue. The clue is... Yes, everybody has gone once. The clue is he's probably best known now for being a deathmatch wrestler on the UK scene. Not Drew Parker. Not Jimmy Havoc. Hey, did you know? Once with an N at the beginning. Me and Garrett using the same joke at the same time, but neither of us seeing what the other person had said due to the delay. That's some impressive brain link right there. It is not Mike Whiplash. Ah, Philip got it. It is indeed Clint Margera, to which a lot of people go, who? But yes, he was the first champion. So let's pull up this, and this could be Bam Margera's brother. So Philip has himself 1 life. There we go. High-tech streamer. What great graphics. He did work Tournament of Death. He also still does quite a lot of Fight Club Pro and stuff, when British wrestling was still a thing. Okay, second question. Who's the second in the Battle Royal? Again, Philip can earn himself a second life. If he does earn all 10, it will kind of ruin the show, but he will indeed win. Okay, so second question. Who was the referee for the famous cage match between Kerry von Erich and Ric Flair at the Christmas Star Wars show? A lot of typing going down. And Connor swoops in there with the right answer. He's on the board. He's in the Battle Royal. Yeah. If you do find that it seems like people are answering before I've said it on the stream, it's probably because your stream's got a bit behind, and if you click refresh, then generally seems to sort it out. Obviously, could just be your internet's a bit slow, in which case nothing you can really do. Bad luck. Okay, question 3. Who won the final ECW match? And I'm not counting WWE ECW for that, just like the final actual ECW match. Typing is going down. CW Anson, not correct. Griffin swoops in with the correct answer. It was indeed the Sandman. Or at least, that's what Cage Match said. And, no, Griffin's name is not the Sandman. There we go. Griffin is on the board. Griffin is into the Battle Royal. Okay. Question 4. It's the Lucha question. The rarely spotted, lesser spotted Lucha question. Who did El Barbaro Cavernario, probably butchering the pronunciation of that, defeat in the final of En Busca de un Idolo? Probably even more butchering that one. Tournament in 2014. So who did Barbaro Cavernario defeat in the finals of the Idolo tournament in 2014? Was not Ultimo Guerrero. It was not Dragon Lee. It was not Rey Fenix. It was not Valiente. It was not Mystico. Any more guesses before I open it up with a clue for a second round? Does not seem so. See, this is what happens when I actually ask a Lucha question. No one gets it. Look, Gerard's typing. It was not Rey Bucanero. Felipe is typing and he has not guessed. And there we go. Felipe gets it right. It was indeed Hechicero. He earns himself a second life. Boom. Okay, question 5. Who did Tama Tonga team with in the 2011 G1 Tag League, gaining just 2 points along the way? Again, who did Tama Tonga team with in the G1 Tag League in 2011, gaining just 2 points along the way? It was not Inui. It was not Nagata. I believe he teamed with Fale. It was not Nakanishi. It was not Tenzan. It was not Carl Anderson. Ah, Jack got it. I missed Jack getting it. It was indeed Strongman. He'd come in, he'd be real muscular, he'd break the kendo stick, and their like signature tag move would be Tama Tonga standing on Strongman's shoulders and then diving to the outside off his shoulders. It was very cool. You don't get that today. Jack has himself a life. Okay, question 6. What year was Loki's final match in Japan? I guess I shouldn't say final. He could still have one. But most recent match in Japan. Loki, that is. It was not 2015. It was not 2011. It was not 2012. Jack, again, has swooped in with a correct answer. It was indeed 2014. It was during Bound for Glory 2014 in Korakuen. Jack gets himself a second life. He's on a roll. God damn it. Isn't it? Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. How do I undo that? Why's that happened? See, I'm good with actual spreadsheets, but I'm not good with the things surrounding the spreadsheets. How do I bring that back? Does anyone know? Someone's got to know. Where's, like, is it? No? Ah. Control Z. Don't believe that'll work, unfortunately. That'll just take away Jack's life. God damn it. There we go. Just got to get back into place. There we go. Now, all this for a sword. I could have easily done it manually. There we go. Success. Yes, so Philip and Jack, both on 2 lives. We have 4 questions left, 4 more chances, Horseman, for you to be a part of the Battle Royal. Garrett, you said you accepted that as a TNA question, but this next one is definitely a TNA question. What name did Abyss debut for TNA under? Again, what name did Abyss debut for TNA under? Danny is typing. Garrett is typing. Connor is typing. Several people are typing. It's not Chris Park. Oh, Garrett doesn't want to enter. How rude. Connor, well done. It was indeed Justice. No, your name's not Justice. Your name's Connor. There we go. Second life for you. I'm seeing some Prince Justice. I think Prince Justice was what he went by on the Indies before he went to TNA, but I'm sure Garrett can elaborate on that. Not elaborate. Confirm or deny. In the big battle royal, was he just Justice or was he Prince Justice? Which way is the life going here? It's going to be very rude when he's just stopped watching the stream now. Has he just seen a TNA question and then skedaddled? Okay, Borash announced him simply as Justice when he entered the gauntlet for the gold. Andrew. Friendship ended with Garrett. Andrew Rich is my new best friend now. Okay, so I think I've already given the point to Connor for that. Justice. Yes, Connor. And how many questions have I done? I've done 7. There's 7 lives on there, so yes. Garrett, because I asked you a question and then you didn't answer because you weren't there. So then Andrew answered the question. Them's the rules. Question 8. 3 chances remain. Who did Shinsuke Nakamura defeat at Uprising 2015 in a match featuring 2 scary head drops? To repeat that, who did Shinsuke Nakamura defeat at Uprising 2015 in a match featuring 2 scary head drops? It was not Kevin Steen, it was not Fib Balor, it was not Samoa Joe, it was not Haruki Goto, it was not Bad Luck Fale. Man, I don't know why Garrett doesn't want to enter, but he's getting a lot of, whether he'd actually get the answers right is, he could just be trying to flex without actually knowing it. But yes, Andrew did indeed get it right. It was Big Damo. Nakamura did, he used to do it was like set up like a backdrop, but then he'd kind of flip you over and you'd land body first. Well, Damo's quite big, as his name's Big Damo, so you didn't fully get him over, and he kind of just landed like flat down on his neck, and it was pretty ugly, and it looked like he was kind of out of it for a little bit. And then like later, Damo does like a lifting reverse DDT, and dropped him on his head and his neck back. Yes, so Andrew got that right and earned himself a life. Okay, question 9. At Final Gate 2012, Shima defended his title in a 3-way match, defeating which 2 wrestlers? You need both of these right, obviously. Again, who did Shima defend his title against at Final Gate 2012 in a triple threat match? Was indeed Shingo and Hulk. First in, first right. Paul earns himself a life. Very good match, that one. And then, final chance to be a part of the second phase of the Battle Royal. Earn that last life. Or if you're already in the game, earn yourself another life. Which territory would you most associate with the Nightmares tag team with in the early 80s? Again, that's which NWA territory would you most associate the Nightmares tag team with in the early 80s? I say NWA territory. I assume they're an NWA territory, but I don't actually know that, so I shouldn't have said it. Not WWC, I believe. Not Memphis. Continental was the one I was looking for. Paul goes back to back. There we go. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 contenders for the Battle Royal. Brilliant. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give all 6 of you an invite to a different Discord in which you will then participate. While I'm doing that, I'm going to run a quick ad break and give you all a chance to nip to the toilet or whatever. Yeah. Be right back after that's all sorted. Women don't exist. Okay, great. All sorted. We have our 6 contestants in here. Pac-Man is Jack. Everyone else is pretty much... Oh, yeah. Van Flair is Paul. So the way this is going to work is once you are down to 0 lives, you're eliminated, you're thrown over the top rope, out to the floor, you're out of the battle royal, I'll kick you out of the server. Basically, it's going to be a little bit like... I don't remember what the game is actually called, but... So that's a very useless sentence. But basically, the way this is going to work, and it's slightly different to the way we did it last time. For the first question, both of you must touch the floor. Very important rule. For the initial question, it's going to be like a crowd call. Whoever out of these 6 people answers it first will get the initiative, and then they'll pick an opponent to then have to answer a question. If their opponent gets it wrong, they lose a life. And then the person who last got the question right then gets to pick someone else. If their opponent gets it right, they don't lose a life, and they get to pass on the initiative to someone else. They get to pick someone else for the next question. And if they get it right, again, they'll get to pick someone else. And they won't lose a life. But if they do lose a life, you get the concept. I'm doing a bad job of explaining it, but it's fairly self-explanatory. And if you have any questions, you can of course just answer in the chat. Once we get down to just 2 people, if you both have your mics set up, we might stick it on there. But for now, we'll just keep it to text. So the first question, someone pick a number from 1 to 40, and that'll be the first question. 11. Okay. 11 is crossed off. So, for the 6 people in the chat, whoever answers correctly first will be the first person to get to pick an opponent to potentially lose a life. Okay, question 11 is, Ric Flair was the final NWA World Heavyweight Champion prior to WCW's withdrawal from the Alliance. Who did he beat for that reign to begin? Again, Ric Flair was the final NWA World Heavyweight Champion prior to WCW's withdrawal from the Alliance. Who did he beat for that reign to begin? Connor, straight in there with the correct answer. It was indeed Barry Windham. Connor has the initiative. So, 2 questions. 1, pick a number from 1 to 40, Connor. And 2, pick somebody to have to answer that question. Picking question 39. Okie dokie. And who would you like to answer question 39? Philip. Okay. Philip, this question's just for you. If you get it wrong, you lose life. What name did Taiyo Kea go by in 90s All Japan? Again, that's what name did Taiyo Kea go by in 90s All Japan? And that's for Philip. He is typing. Mossman. I'm going to need a first name. Gonna need a first name, Philip. Don't know his first name. Should we give him that? I'm gonna defer to the other chat, the non-Battle Royal participants. Should we give him it just for Mossman, or should he lose a life? The members of the Voice of Wrestling Quiz Night Discord will decide your fate. No mercy, lose a life. Or give it... more people seem to be on the give it to him. So since we're so early, and since I'm kind of glad I didn't have to try and pronounce it, I'm gonna allow you to survive that one and not lose a life. So, Philip, pick a number from 1 to 40, and pick somebody else to answer a question. Okay, so we gave you the benefit of the doubt, Philip. Can you pick a number from 1 to 40 and pick somebody else to answer a question? Number 1 selected. And... Griffin. In this year's New Japan Cup, which faction featured the most in the round of 16? And that's for Griffin. Just the one life. If he gets this wrong, he's thrown out of the ring. He's out of here. To repeat the question, in this year's New Japan Cup, which faction featured the most in the round of 16? Chaos is Griffin's answer, and it's the correct answer. So, they had six people in the round of 16. Ishii, Yano, Okada, Sho, Yoshihashi, and Goto. Pick a number and pick an opponent, Griffin. Number 7. For Philip. Okay. Who teamed with the Lucha Brothers to take on Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks at Fyter Fest 2019? And that's for Philip. Who teamed with the Lucha Brothers to take on Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks at Fyter Fest 2019? Laredo Kid, correct. You know the drill by now. Pick a number, pick an opponent. Laredo Kid was very good in that match, I agree. And he should indeed form Death Rectangle. Back to Griffin. It's getting in a bit of revenge. But 7 has already gone. We literally just did question 7, so pick a different number, please. If you look at the screen, they're like marked off as we go along. 7's got a cross for it. Although some people write that 7's got a cross for it, and that's really weird. 18. Okay, 18. And this is for Griffin. This is... Who was the first man to win the WWF European Championship at a pay-per-view in the US? Again, that's who was the first man to win the WWF European Championship, so like take the title off someone, not just defend it successfully. Who was the first man to win the WWF European Championship at a pay-per-view in the US? And that's for Griffin. It was not HBK. I believe he won it on a Raw. So Griffin, I'm sorry to say, you went for Philip. Philip blocked the move, whatever, and toss you out. You're out of the ring. You're out of here. You're kicked from the server. The reason is Philip. Boom. Gone. Griffin. Down to 5 men. Philip. Again, pick a number and pick an opponent. 4 left to choose from. 4 left to be eliminated. Oh, yes, I should say the answer. It was X-Pac. There are a few title changes on Raw. As Andrew said, there was a title in the UK, one night only. Question 2 we're going for. Okie dokie. And which opponent would you like to answer it? Jack. Jack. Which of these 6 wrestlers didn't wrestle in the first Fire Festival? So one of these 6 didn't wrestle at the first Fire Festival tournament. Which one was it? And your options are Shinjiro Otani, Shinya Hashimoto, Daisuke Sekimoto, Kohei Sato, Masato Tanaka, or Samoa Joe. I'll repeat those. Shinjiro Otani, Shinya Hashimoto, Daisuke Sekimoto, Kohei Sato, Masato Tanaka, or Samoa Joe. Which of those wasn't a part of the first Fire Festival tournament? That's for Jack. It was not Daisuke Sekimoto, it was actually Shinya Hashimoto. So Jack, you're down a life. But you're still in. You did a skin the cat type thing. You got thrown over, you held on, you pulled yourself back in. Last life only, though. Was Hash even alive then? That may have been why he wasn't in it. He didn't do that research. It was around then, wasn't it? So... Philip, back to you. You cannot pick Jack again, because you've already taken a life off him. If you pick someone else, they get it wrong, then you can go back to Jack. But you can't pick him twice in a row in this manner. So, Philip, pick a number and pick an opponent. 15. For Andrew. Andrew Rich. Chance of elimination here if he gets this one wrong. Andrew, your question is, this is a numbers game. There is a leeway of 1. So if you get the adjacent answer to the correct answer, it'll count as a correct answer. That's about as confusing a way as I could answer that. As confusing a way as I could say that as possible. But basically, I need you to do this wrestling sum for me, Andrew Rich. You are a computer, so it should be good for you. The first part of it is, how many matches were on the Great American Bash 1992 pay-per-view? And that's not including dark matches. Again, how many matches on the Great American Bash 1992 pay-per-view, not including dark matches, plus the amount of matches in the best of series, the best of certain amount series, between Booker T and Chris Benoit that ended at the Great American Bash 1998. And then finally, plus David Arquette's successful defences only there, mind, of the WCW World title. So again, that's how many matches are on the Great American Bash 1992, not dark matches, plus the amount of matches in the Best of X series between Booker T and Chris Benoit that ended at the Great American Bash 1998, plus David Arquette's successful defences of the WCW World title. $19 is Andrew's guess. I will tell you, there were 7 matches on the Great American Bash 1992. It was a best of 7 series, so that takes you to 14. And David Arquette had just the 1 successful defence. So that's 15. Unfortunately, Andrew, You're out of here. Philip has claimed another soul. Have fun with your dinner and your work, because you ain't getting no title shot from this, son. Philip has thrown another person out. Over the top rope. Thanks for playing, Andrew, and thank you for playing Griffin as well earlier. Okay, 4 men left. 3 men on 2 lives, 1 man on 1 life. Philip, again, pick a number, and you can, at this point, pick any of your opponents to try to eliminate. 22! 22 for Connor. The question is... Connor, 1N. Gotta say quick. The question is, what Progress stable contained Mark Haskins, Shah Samuels, Nathan Cruz, Martin Stone, and Rampage Brown? Again, I'll read those names out. What Progress stable contained the following names? Mark Haskins, Shah Samuels, Nathan Cruz, Martin Stone, and Rampage Brown. It was indeed Screw Indie Wrestling. Well done, Connor. Philip's reign of terror ends, at least for now. Pick a number and pick an opponent. Taylor. 38 for Paul. Okay, where's 38? No leeway on this one. Quite a simple question. Not necessarily simple to answer, but simple to say. What year was the first Great American Bash? And that's for Paul. What year was the first Great American Bash? Paul has guessed 1990. But he's way too late. It was 1985. Way early, although the first one wasn't a pay-per-view. I think it was a tour. So, Paul is down to 1 life. Connor, would you like to pick Jack, or would you like to pick Philip? And number as well. Philip for number 21. Uh, 21. What city, and this is for Philip, what city did the first Triple Mania take place in? Again, what city was the first Triple Mania? That's for Philip. Mexico City is the answer given. Mexico City is the correct answer. Philip, you know the drill. You've done it several times now. Number and name. Hey Paul, they weren't all at Mexico City, I think. Pretty sure that some of them were spread out a bit. Most of them were, to be fair. And, you know, maybe I was getting in your heads. Maybe I was making you overthink it. 30 for Paul. That's 30. Question 30 for Paul is, which wrestler was the first to make it to back-to-back King of the Ring finals? Again for Paul, which wrestler was the first wrestler to make it to back-to-back King of the Ring finals? It was not Bret Hart. It was in fact Randy Savage. He won one, then he came second in one. A lot of guesses of Kurt Angle in the other questions, but you would be incorrect. It was Randy Savage. So, Paul, you're thrown out of here. I didn't say King of the Ring pay-per-views. I said King of the Rings, mate. You want to argue with me about... You want to argue with me about easy questions? Bad luck for you. You're out of here. Oh, did he just leave? Where is he? He's not here. Didn't give me the pleasure of kicking him out. He kicked himself out. How rude. 3 for Jack. Down to our final 3. That's underlined it. That's crossed it out. Question 3. Which tag team defeated the North-South Connection for the WWF World Tag Team Championships? This is for Jack. This is his last life. Which tag team defeated the North-South Connection for the WWF World Tag Team Championships? He's trepidatious. He's gone with the Hart Foundation. Is he right? No. He is wrong. They were defeated by the US Express of Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo. So, Jack is out of here. Who are the members of the North-South Connection? Adrian Adonis and Dick Murdoch. I think. Yeah. So, Jack, you're out of here. And he has also just left the chat. It doesn't give me the satisfaction. How rude. How rude. Okay. So, we are down to our final 2. I will just ask both of you, are you set up to do, like, mic and come on the mic now that we're down to the last 2? If not, no worries, but if you are, that would be good. Connor is. I think I should be able to. Okay. I'll give you a chance to quickly get that all set up for then, which is also a good excuse for me to go to the toilet. We will be right back. Hey Connor, if you could join the general channel in the Battle Royal section, and you'll be on mic and people will be able to hear you. While we're waiting, welcome to the show, Philip.
Glad to be back. Trying to redeem myself after that first appearance that I had. It was kind of bad, and did okay in the first battle royale. So hopefully this time will be better.
Clear Battle Royal specialist. So Connor, on the left of the screen, if you're on desktop, or if you're on phone, you need to click like the lines, and then if you scroll down to the bottom, it will say voice channels, and then it will say general, and you should be able to see Philip and myself already in there. Just here, you just click on the general thing, and you'll join it. Hello.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Final two. Big stare down. 2 lives each. So obviously there's going to be no more picking of opponents now, because obviously there's only one opponent left to pick. So we're just going to go back and forth in questions, basically. And whoever gets 2 wrong first out of the 2 of you will lose. And the winner will go...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All good. Can you hear us?
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Whoever lasts longer will be the first to challenge Liam for the title. Okay, so who got the last question right? That would be... Paul got it right and gave it to Jack. No. Philip got it right, the last one right. Okay, so Connor, you're up first. Pick a number, Philip, from the remaining ones.
31.
31. Okie dokie. 31 for Connor. Which promotion did Meiko Satomura make her professional debut for?
All Japan Women.
It's a good guess, but unfortunately it's not correct. It's the other big one. It's Gaia. So
Fair enough.
Connor is down to 1 life. Connor, pick a number for Philip.
12.
12. 12 is a Ring of Honor question. The Ringmaster's Challenge was a type of match in Ring of Honor that was a 2 out of 3 falls match, but each fall had a distinct stipulation. What were those 3 stipulations? That's the Ringmaster's Challenge.
Man. Okay, I feel like one of them was no rope breaks. No DQ, and I don't know.
Unfortunately not. So you're both down to 1 life each.
That Ringmaster's Challenge pay-per-view, that did the lowest buy rate in Ring of Honor history.
Impressive. It was pins only for the first fall. It was submissions only for the second fall, and the final fall was a 15-minute Iron Man match. I think there's been 3 of them, but there's definitely been 2. Colt Cabana was in one of them. Roderick Strong was in 2 of them. Eddie Edwards was in one. I don't remember the last one. But yes, so 1 life each. We're back to Connor. Philip, pick a number for him.
Let's go with number 29.
29. And for now that we're down to 1 life each, I'm going to make it sudden death. So if you get one wrong, but then your opponent also gets it wrong, then you're both hovering on the apron. It's going to have to you to get one wrong and then your opponent to get one right to knock you out at this point. So
Okay.
number 29 is who won the first bowler? That's PWG Battle of Los Angeles.
Um,
Oh wow.
sorry, this is for me. Yep.
Yes.
Super Dragon.
Incorrect. You're teetering off. Can Philip finish you off? It was Chris Bosch. Okay, so pick a number for me, Connor.
3.
3 has already gone.
2.
2 has not gone. So, question 2 for your chance to win the Battle Royal. No, we have done 2. I just hadn't crossed it off. My bad. That was the Otani question.
8.
Question 8. Yes, we have not done 8. The original Triangle of Power stable in All Japan was made up of which 3 wrestlers?
Okay. Triangle. Yeah. See, All Japan is not. I have no idea.
Not a strong point for you.
No. I guess.
Triangle.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna word their guess. We'll just...
Okay, Connor survives for another day.
I don't remember that stable either.
Yeah, they weren't around for super long. I'll just wait a second to see if anyone gets it right in the chat. Nobody so far. Although Paul is typing, he might get it. No, Paul doesn't know either. The original 3 were the Lacrosse, Steve Williams, and Gary Albright, and they did like a little thing where they all did. Where's the camera? They all did this, and they put it together, and they had 3 little like a little pyramid.
Hey.
Very very fancy. They were a fun trio. Lacrosse, I think, became Wolf Hawkfield midway through the stable. Who answered that question? That was Philip, wasn't it? So back to Connor.
Yeah. So number 32.
32. Okay. 32. For Connor, what King of DDT championship match? So KOD championship match was the main event of the first Ryogoku Peter Pan show.
Kota Ibushi versus Kenny Omega. That's a guess.
You got half the participants right, but that's not enough, unfortunately. It was Kota Ibushi versus Hiroshima. So, Philip, again, another chance to win. What question are we going for, Connor?
19.
19. Okay. Okay, so what was the actual name of the white belt in All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling?
I'm just getting All Japan questions.
Hey, All Japan Women this time. Slightly different.
Yeah.
Probably harder for most people, but
the white belt.
yeah.
I don't know. I guess All Japan Women's Cruiserweight Championship or Junior Championship. I don't know. I guess that's my guess.
You'll be shocked to find out that is not the correct answer. Shocking, I know. It was the WWWA All Pacific Championship was the white belt.
Is that the same Pacific governing body as the title in All Japan? Men's All Japan?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think that's the PWA maybe, but don't quote me on that one. Could be. So can I get a number, Connor? Oh no, wait.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
16.
16. So, who won the first King of Indies tournament?
CM Punk.
It was Daniels, right?
It was indeed Daniels.
Ah.
You're wishing he'd have picked 16 for you rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah. Frick.
Another chance to win it. Connor, can we have ourselves a number?
1.
Number 1 has already gone.
25.
25 is good. Okay, so question 25. Where am I? Oh, yeah. Question 25. Who did Kenta and Marufuji beat for the GHC Junior Tag Belts? Sorry. Who did Kenta and Marufuji beat for the GHC Junior Tag Belts at Noah's 2004 Departure Tokyo Dome show? And this is for the win.
Just read the question one more time.
Who did Kenta and Marufuji defeat for the GHC Junior Tag Belts at Noah's 2004 Departure Tokyo Dome show?
I'm just gonna guess Yoshinobu Kanemaru and I guess I don't know if he's Atsushi Aoki. That's my guess.
It's not correct. It's not correct.
Kanemaru would have been on my guess as well, but I couldn't.
It was actually Kendo Kashin and Takashi Segura back when he was a junior. So
yeah, I thought it was
we go again.
Segura. Let's go with number 40.
Okay, the very last question. This is being compared to Taker and HBK from the Royal Rumble 2007. Both constantly on the verge of elimination. Okay, so this question is a TNA question. The Feast or Fired match was a weird briefcase on a pole match where one of the briefcases contained a pink slip. Dixie Carter, in her infinite wisdom, once tried to use this method to actually fire somebody, and unsurprisingly was met with legal trouble. Who was the victim of this genius scheme? So, who got the pink slip and then thought that they were actually going to get fired because of it?
Okay, I'm a little bit confused. They didn't get fired.
So Dixie Carter tried to fire them because of having the pink slip. Like
this is Dixie Carter in character.
No. For real, she tried to fire someone via a storyline, and as a result, was then taken to court for it because you can't do that. He had a contract. Who did that happen to? You still there, or are you just thinking?
Yeah, I'm just throwing out the name Homicide.
Sorry, say it again?
I'm guessing Homicide. I really have no idea.
Unfortunately not. That was Chavo Guerrero.
Yeah.
Like
I was before you said he had a contract, I was going to say Roxy, because didn't Roxy get fired and she got the fired slip and the Feast or Fire thing, but whatever.
Well, if it happened twice, then that may have been the case, but it definitely happened to Chavo. So, Connor, do you have a number?
Yeah, they might be running out of questions, sir.
We got a few left.
35.
35 has gone.
34.
34 is good. Okay, so another chance to win, Philip. What was Rey Mysterio's final match in AAA? Or most recent. I guess he could have one in the future.
Oh, shoot.
I might know.
I don't know if it was. I'm trying to think. Was it a trios match? Was it a singles match? I'm just gonna guess the match against Pentagon Jr.
Unfortunately not. The
I
match
feel like.
continues. It was actually a triple threat match with Ray Wagner as well as JEFF, JARR, ETT. He always wins.
What a match.
I can't say I've seen it, but it sounds like a hell of a match.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 34 gone. We've got a few numbers left. Which one are you going for, Philip?
37.
37 was still on the board. 37. Okay, so this is a multiple choice one. So there's a real chance of winning this one.
Okay.
Which of these four men was the first to hold the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship? Was it Dory Funk Jr.? Was it Harley Race? Was it Terry Funk or Jack Briscoe? Which of those four first held the belt? So that's Dory Funk, Harley Race, Terry Funk, or Jack Briscoe. Sorry, Dory Funk Jr., just to clarify.
Harley Race?
Unfortunately not. The game continues. It was Dory Funk Jr.
All right.
Okay, so at this point there's not a lot of numbers left, and because your stream's a bit behind, it's hard for you to pick out the numbers, so we're just going to do them in order. So we're going to go for question 4 for Philip. Who was Jun Akiyama's tag partner in the 1992 Real World Tag League?
I'm just thinking. 1992. Shoot. Again, Japan is just killing me.
Yeah, these Japan questions are death for me as well. Yeah.
We had some
The
people
Funk
who were...
Man. The Funk Man, Johnny Ace. I don't know.
Unfortunately not. It was Akira Taue. We had some people who would be really good at Japan questions, but you threw them out the ring real early, so, you know. Tactics.
Yeah.
Tactics.
Well, in the US, like I knew the TNA one, and I knew the US. I knew pretty much like the US ones. The ones that I picked for him, I knew.
If we were doing things the other way around, you got it. Okay, question 5 for Connor. Name one of the 2 missing people from the 2009 Steel Asylum match from TNA Hard Justice. So I'm going to read off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 names. There were 8 people. I need you to get one of the missing names.
Okay.
The 6 names that were definitely in it: Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Suicide, Consequences Creed, Jay Lethal, and Daniels.
I have to guess one person who was also in it.
Yes, there were 2 other people in it. I need you to get one of them.
Can you do me a favor and read out the list again, please?
Sure. So there was Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. There was Suicide. There was Daniels. There was Consequences Creed, and there was Jay Lethal.
I know one of them. So
I stopped watching TNA after 2006. Okay, Kazarian.
I think at that point Kazarian was Suicide. So you're unfortunately not correct.
That's it anyway.
Just for pride, do you want to go for this, Philip?
I think it was the Pope, because D'Angelo Dinero was feuding with Suicide at one point.
No, he wasn't there yet.
No, it was the Pope.
Really? He was there in 09?
I think that was his debut match.
Oh, my memory's so bad.
Was Amazing Red in that too?
He was indeed. Again, the questions betray you in the ordering. We move back to Philip. Again, another chance to win. And again, the randomness has thrown up another Japanese question. Who did Gary Albright make his singles debut against in All Japan?
Oh man. You're killing me. Sawa, I don't know.
Unfortunately, it was Toshiaki Kawada. So we continue.
Sounds like a great match.
It was very good. It was very good. It was kind of slightly shoot styly, but you know, with more All Japan flair than you'd get in UWFI. Question 9. Back to Connor. Before rebranding as the Universal Wrestling Federation, what name did the territory go by that it's far more commonly referred to this day?
This is the American promotion.
Yes. The American...
Mid-South Wrestling!
Boom! We have ourselves a correct answer. But you went first, so if Philip gets this right, we continue, because that's how Sun and Death works. It would be quite impressive after all these wrong answers. We got 2 right in a row, but maybe the way it goes. But you'll be saddened to know it's another Japanese question, but it's more modern. It's more modern.
Okay. Hopefully.
Which stable was made up of the following wrestlers? Dragon Kid, BB Hulk, Masaki Mochizuki, Big R Shimizu, KZ, and Flamita.
So just repeat it one more time, the names.
Dragon Kid, BB Hulk, Masaki Mochizuki, Big R Shimizu, KZ, and finally Flamita.
Okay. I think... Oh, see, I know this stable watch Dragon. I think it's Die Hards.
Wow. All those wrong questions. Connor finally gets one right.
Yeah.
And then
I watched Dragon Gate.
And then
I was like thinking about it was either Die Hards or was it Millennials or whatever, because I'm like both not really good Dragon Gate stables, but I knew that one.
You are of course correct. So we continue. Have we done 11? We've done 11. We've done 12. We haven't done 13. Connor, it's your turn for a Japanese question. What does the acronym WING stand for in terms of the Japanese promotion last owned by Mr. Pogo?
Absolutely no idea. I couldn't even guess, because I just don't know where to begin.
It is Wrestling International New Generations. WING.
Fair enough.
So, Philip, back to your chance to win the Battle Royal. You were briefly on the brink yourself, but you managed to save yourself.
Go on, Phil.
And you've got yourself an American wrestling question.
Oh, no.
At Bash at the Beach 1995, Randy Savage defeated Ric Flair in what type of match?
Oh, wow. Shoot. I know this. I think I know this.
I should know this as well.
95. I'll guess a cage match, I guess. I don't know.
It was a lifeguard match.
Knew it was some silly kind of beach gimmick. Yeah.
A lifeguard match.
I have no idea.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
We go on. Back to Connor for question 17. I am going to run out of questions relatively soon, but we still got a few left.
We're going to end up like Brett and Luger in 94.
It's just going to be a tie, and you're going to have a freeway with Liam. Don't clip that. Who was the first ever ICW champion? And that's the Scottish promotion ICW.
Scottish. Red Lightning.
Unfortunately, it was not. It was Drew Galloway before he even
Okay.
went to WWE the first time. Okay, 17 is gone. Back to Philip. Another chance to win. Question 20, and it is indeed another American wrestling question. Which of the US Big Three, so WWF/E, ECW, and WCW, which of the US Big Three did Shane Douglas first work for?
Oh,
That's a bit of a trick one.
yeah. I'm just thinking. So ECW is out. I think it's between WCW, WWF. I'm just thinking, did he work before? Obviously, he got that whole character, the Dean Douglas character. If he ever worked in WWF, I'm gonna guess WCW.
I think so. I think it's WWF.
I can tell you, he was in ECW before he was in WWF. But he was in WCW before he was in ECW.
Yes.
So,
W.
we have ourselves a winner.
Oh, for some reason I thought he was in WWF in the 80s or something like that.
Yeah, I thought so too, because I thought he did like jobs or something, or was working.
Yeah, same here.
Well, I may have to check this. I may have made an error. We may continue. These may be faulty questions. Bringing up the cage match. It loads in. He was in WCW in 1989. He was in Jim Crockett in 88.
He was in WWF in 86.
He was in WWF in 86. What a dusty finish. What have I done? We continue.
Sorry, guys.
We gotta restart the match. You're Vince McMahon. Restarting the match against Batista and John Cena.
I can't wait to read the chat.
Yeah, they're all crying. Dusty finish. It's outrageous. There's been a clip of me saying you have to have a three-way with Liam. So 23, question 23. Back to Connor. It's a lucha question. What is the name of CMLL's weekly Friday show from Arena, Mexico?
Super Viernes. Super Viernes.
You are correct. Well done. I believe that means Super Fridays, but my Spanish is very bad. Again, to stay in it. Question 24, Ring of Honor. Who did Paul London replace last minute in a match against Davey Richards, where he got his face broken at Border Wars 2013?
Okay. 2013. Ah, man. I think I know this one. I think so. I'm pretty sure on that same I think it was a Noah guy, I believe, because I think Ishimori wrestled Roddy on that show, or Eddie, where he did like a TV taping. It's one of those guys. Was it Ricky Marvin? Or I'm just trying to think. Was it Brian Kendrick? Oh, shit. I'm gonna guess Ricky Marvin.
I can tell you it was a Noah guy, but it wasn't Ricky Marvin. After Connor being on the very edge for so long, he's managed to just about tip you over. It was Naomichi Marufuji.
Oh wow!
I believe he got injured just before so, and that led to Paul London coming in and getting his face destroyed by a double stomp from Davey Richards onto the apron. So, Connor, congratulations.
Hey.
After a very long battle royal, we have ourselves a champion. Thanks for playing, Philip. You've just fallen short, and as such, you will be booted from the server.
This was good fun for me, if no one else.
Yeah, this is brutal, but take care. Congrats, Connor.
Talk to you, man.
He's gone. So, thank you to both of you for playing. Thank you for everyone for watching. I will need to organise this, but in theory, next week will be the big title match. The first defence of the Voice of Wrestling Quiz Night Championship between Liam McCann and our Battle Royal champion, Connor. Connor, do you have anything that you would like to plug victoriously?
Sure thing. So my YouTube channel is called Imparter.
Sorry, I think you cut off there. You may want to say that again.
Sure thing. My YouTube channel is called Imparter.
Cool. And what's on that YouTube channel?
I make funny videos with a kind of educational, historical slant.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I make. I'm prepared to log off anytime.
Unfortunately, you're cutting up a lot, so we'll get your plugs at the beginning of your title shot. But yeah, thanks for coming on and congratulations. Okay, so next week we'll be doing that title shot if we can get the scheduling good. Other than that, we do at some point have our trios tournament going. At the moment, I think we have 3 teams signed up. We've got Paul, Gerard, and somebody else who I'm forgetting as one team. We've got an all-Irish team. I'm not sure if I remember who was on that team. I think Adam Joyce was, Alan Forel, and Lee Malone. That's another team. And then I'm being told Ricardo was the third man on the Voice of Wrestling team. And then we've got Danny has put together a team himself. I think he said his cousin and maybe JRJ. So that's 3 teams signed up. So there's 5 spots left. If you want to be involved, then just hit me up. Send me a DM. Send a message in the Discord chat. And you'll be in. Simple as that. Thank you for everybody for watching, and a special thank you for WTM417 for subscribing with Twitch Prime. If you're an Amazon Prime subscriber and you would like to support me, you can do so for free by linking your Amazon account to your Twitch account, and then once a month you can press subscribe with Twitch Prime. It doesn't cost you a single penny, but Amazon pays me some money, and who doesn't like money? Yeah, thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you next week. Goodbye. Oh, and I should say, click the follow button, because then you get notified when we go live. Bye bye.